up guys, my name is Ellen Fox and welcome back to Reacting Fox. We're taking a look at some spoiled people today because there are apparently more of them. I thought we had ran out of them ever since Snapchat got a bit down. He spent $15,000 one semester on weed and prostitutes. I think I'm losing my mind. One of my friends in his first semester of college comes to me and tells me, hey man, we have to calm down this next semester. Spend $15,000 on weeds and prostitutes alone. Don't know how much those prostitutes were, but I spent around $300 in weed and we hung out most of the time. He also used his black card for the prostitutes, which I thought was pretty hilarious since I'm sure his parents must have seen all the messages he got. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, legit, imagine this. Imagine a parent opening her phone, like, scrolling through her messages and being like, oh honey, don't forget your coat and your keys. Also, I just received a message, like, I may have hired a prostitute for $300. It doesn't matter. Have fun at work. Bye. I would rather die. He never studied and spent all his times making prank phone calls, trying to trick people into drinking. Now the prostitutes and weed guy makes sense. This is previous level. This isn't next level, this is previous level. Let's put these back on. I knew this rich fucker in school. He never studied and spent all his time making prank phone calls, trying to trick people into drinking pee. Why would they get tricked? Who are you? A priest? Not trying to be offensive, I'm just saying that, people listen to priests and... Sure, it was funny once or twice, but this went on for years. Did he have like a phone book and he'd be like, I'm calling Mrs. Hamilton today. Or maybe that's what he did. He was like, hello, you're Chamilton, aren't you? You live at 2212 BB. Oh. Hello, Mrs. Hudson. Yes, I do know what your name is. I also know that you happen to live at 221B Baker Street. Also that you're the landlady of Sherlock Holmes and John Watson. Yes, he shot your walls a few times. Yes, he keeps heads in his refrigerator. I know it all. Now, if you don't want to be cursed, lady, you must drink your pee. And I shall call later to check on you. Goodbye and good night. My family only buys black Ferraris. Red is tacky. Of course red is tacky. If you have money, you get a red Ferrari. It's like you want to scream that I have the books. He lived on daddy's credit cards but taunted others for living on daddy's credit. I once had a friend who would cheat on tests, and when she would see someone else do it, she would tell the teacher. Oh my god. These kind of people, you're gonna be at the bottom of the hell. Let me tell you, that place is reserved for you. This might be more of a hypocrite story than just a rich kid story, but here it goes. I know a kid who is super into the punk scene in our city, but he still lives at home at his parents' mansion. It is constantly quitting jobs or getting fired because he didn't... Why does he even have a job? Like, I do have a job. For a second there, I was like, I don't have a job. I do have a job. This is kind of a job. I take it as a job. Anyway, because he didn't feel like showing up. Wish I could afford to do that. And recently wrecked his car and his dad gave him a new one. So the songs he writes about being so misunderstood and oppressed in our society ring hollow. He writes songs. Other shallow people couldn't write songs. Yesterday, what is this? What is this? Oh, it's a shadow, okay. Yesterday, I was driving with this kid and we passed by a group of middle school looking teens. He screams, "How do you like your daddy's credit cards?" at them out of the new car his father gave him. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is ridiculous. Teenage girls would throw their Starbucks change in the garbage can because they didn't want to carry it around. Are you freaking kidding me right now? I need to straighten up for this. Are you freaking kidding me right now? I used to work at a Starbucks in a very wealthy area. I'd frequently see teenage girls throw their change in the garbage can because they wouldn't be bothered with carrying it around. At least throw it in the tip jar if you don't want it. Yes, that is a sensible thing to do. You don't want the cents, you throw them in the tip jar. Seriously, you don't want to carry the coins, just put them in the tip jar. It's that easy. You don't even have to walk all the way to the trash can. You can just put them in the tip jar right there and then. You won't even have to carry it all the way to the garbage can. She threw a tantrum because the plane didn't have 3 first-class seats in a row for her to lay down. Why were you traveling with an airline that didn't provide beds? Seriously, those seats legit make beds. What do you want? I was on a sold-out flight back home from Vegas once, WestJet flight, so it was a domestic flight. So every seat is first class. Wow. I would love that. This 18-year-old princess was upset that she couldn't have 3 seats to herself so she could lay down. So she threw a tantrum and delayed the flight for 15 minutes. Honey, she really must have been a princess because no flight stopped for me. They just legit are like, Halifax, why aren't you boarded the plane yet? We're leaving ya. Actually, they didn't even announce my name. They announced my mother's name and they were like, come on, leave your elephant behind. You don't need your daughter anyway. She refused to sit next to anyone, so she grabbed her stuff and left to a round of applause. Then they delayed the flight more to get her bags from underneath the plane. Honey, you should have checked. She is a princess, let me tell you. She is one. He was kicked out of high school for attempting to bribe a physics teacher with $4,000 to give him an A for the quarter. I really need to become a teacher in like an elite school. Maybe I'll find a Lou there. All from a Chinese exchange student. I'm like, oh, wow. Chinese people are like really cool. Not trying to be offensive. It is wrong to bribe anyone, but still, it was kind of cool. While preparing for a skiing trip with his host family, he bought $10,000 of gear, including a $1,000 pair of goggles, which had a hood, H-U-D, in them. What's an H-U-D? Is it a hood? He left them at home. What a freaking genius he was. He's Asian. He's supposed to be good at this. For God's sake, why did he leave it at home? He wanted to get an Audi R8, but ended up settling for a Range Rover, reason being the speed bumps on campus. It wouldn't even matter since he lives on campus. I love these people! In a lying sort of a way. I'm lying, I don't. And it takes 2 minutes on a flat surface to walk from his house to the school. Parking in the junior lot would result in 15 minutes uphill. Oh my god, these stories are good. Constantly oh my god. Constantly spent thousands of dollars on shoes. Eventually kicked out for attempting to bribe a physics teacher $4,000 to give him an A for the quarter. You got anything against A+? Also around the same time, he turned in an English paper and the teacher read it and said, "No way you wrote this." Ended up being he had paid someone to write every paper up until that point. When he was kicked out of my school, he ended up going to another nearby boarding school. His parents had canceled his debit card, thank goodness, after they learned of his bribery attempt because they were Asians. Asians would do anything to bring their kids back into order, let me tell you. Actually, no, I know a lot of Asians who are just, their parents are like, do whatever you want. So again, that was offensive, shouldn't have said that. His punishment was that his allowance was reduced to measly 2,500 a month plus $10,000 to buy stuff for his new room. Honey, give me some Asian parents already. Not that I don't like my parents. I can keep 2 sets of parents. I won't mind. He stabbed a refrigerator with a knife and shrugged it off because his dad was a bailiff at Bank of America. I went to school on an athletic scholarship at a private Catholic school. Wow, that's okay. The only reason I could afford to go here was because I was on the GI Bill Yellow Ribbon program and my athletic scholarship. Good for you. I only stayed there for 1 year for reasons you'll soon find out. Coming soon, only on HBO Max. At first, it started with my teammates complaining about the food at the dining hall. Omelette bars for breakfast each morning, surf and turf every Friday, pierogi bars, grilled fresh veggies. We had actual cooks working at this place. The food was divine. Completely marvelous. But I disagree. I was at a party that the captain of our team was hosting. I didn't really know anybody yet and thought that this might be a good opportunity to meet the team and maybe make some new friends. It was kind of lonely being a 26-year-old freshman. I thought only 14-year-olds were freshmen. I mean, I didn't think this sort of wording was used in colleges. Well, to make a long story short, honey, you made it long enough. This is long. So, long story short, near the end of the night, said captain was trashing his own apartment, university-owned apps, FYI. What's apps? Sorry, I'm dumb. He took a kabah, a big knife, for those of you who don't know that. Thank you for explaining. I actually had no idea what a kabah is, and started stabbing his refrigerator. I was outside having a smoke, and he asked if he could bum one. I'm a nice guy. I say yes. We make some small talk. I asked him why he did that to his refrigerator, knowing full well that he could be charged for it and that it wouldn't be cheap. His exact words were, listen carefully, mark my words, I'm not paying for shit. My dad, he's a bailiff at the Bank of America. Want the back, or can I just take it, please? I was planning, I'm not gonna use this hand, it looks humongous. I was planning, let's just not use hands. I was planning on reading like at least 22 stories to you guys today, but they're long. And I have to do my commentary because I talk a lot. So anyways, that was it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, if you did, click the like button. Also comment below and let me know what other stuff you want me to react to. You're gonna get a lot of parts of these because the stories are friggin' long. And if you're interested, this article is uploaded by Thought Catalog, and I'm gonna be leaving the link to the original article in the description box. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. It's so hard. Follow me on my Instagrams. There is LNF Fox, which is my meme sharing sort of page, and then there is LNF_Fox, which is my more artsy and more photographic sort of page. If you're interested, you can go and check me out there. Also follow me on my Twitter, which is also LNF Fox, and check out my 3 other channels. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.